we can just move right to this while we're here. Pokemon Arceus.
That's literally the fucking Pokemon. That's why I fell out of love with Pokemon, because I wanted a game like that. And then they fucking finally did it. And yes, the graphics were kind of choppy on it. Animations didn't work, but fucking hey, man, thank you. Thank you for finally fucking doing that.
They
Open world, feudal Japan. Ooh.
A lot of work to the animations. The animations are hot garbage. Did you see the Chingling?
The one that was like 2 frames. It was like jumping.
Yeah, Chingling was moving at like 2 FPS. But dude was really bad at like maybe 10 FPS.
Why didn't they just fake the footage like CD Projekt? All right, we got the formula down.
I mean, even the combat animation they showed still needs to be fleshed out. Watching the one it like kicked and then the ball.
Riolu, and some people are saying that might be quick attack or extreme speed, and it's supposed to look like that.
But like the character kind of just like kind of moves forward, does a spin kick, comes back, and then you see a bunch of kick animation things. It just looks really off-putting. But hopefully, they got some time, so we'll see.
Yeah, early 2022, and that's interesting because we're gonna get these 2 Pokemon games probably within maybe 6 months of each other.
Yeah,
that's pretty.
That's and not the other.
That's pretty quick though, if you think about it. We're gonna get 3 Pokemon games possibly in Nintendo's next fiscal year.
Well, hang on. Nintendo never releases, or Pokemon never releases right at the end of first quarter, because they always have that huge Pokemon announcement. So it'll be at latest or at earliest 3 weeks after that. So we're looking at the 3rd week of April, or we're looking at mid-February.
So it might fall out of the fiscal year. It might be 2 Pokemon games. I will say, I think there's a chance that Pokemon Legends could end up actually being pushed to later in the year.
I hope it gets pushed.
Well, the footage they showed and the scope of the game and what they're describing, that sounds like a game that we're used to getting delayed.
World that they showed looked so empty.
That was my other concern, because the way it was described is that you're not going to be seeing a lot of people in the game, because it's like we're going out to Sinnoh, and it's like you're basically discovering, creating the first Pokedex. So in your mind, you're like, okay, so that means this is an uncharted, like, island or whatever. It's an uncharted region. So I don't expect to see a lot of people who have set up camp here. Exactly.
It's going to be interesting how they choose to tell this story, because this will be like, the Pokemon has been very story based with stuff like Black and White. Like that was like when they really tried to make a very deep and fleshed out story. But with Legends, it's very interesting, because this is now they're going into the lore of Pokemon, the stuff you hear about or you can find in the world of Pokemon and kind of piece together. We're going to learn about, and starting with Arceus, everyone's like, why are you picking Arceus and all that? It's the Pokemon God, the creator of everything.
Of the 3 states that matter.
Exactly. Like nothing would exist without Arceus, and I think it's really important. I think it's cool that they're going this far back to tell the story of that, the original Pokedex, the original Pokeball. These stories are going to be so interesting, and then I'm sure we're going to get another game in this series, like a Legends Mew, and then explain from there. Like these games are going to do so much for the Pokemon lore that has been talked about for 25 years but never fully explored, and that has me interested more than any of the mainline Pokemon games to ever come out after this, because that's where my focus is.
At the same time, now they're able to get away from the gym leader format. They've been trying to get away from the gym leader format for so long.
This is the thing that I'm really happy about.
On Ultra Moon, they did the Z crystals. It was just gym leaders, and now they have the Pokemon Master Stadium. It was just gym leaders. Now they said there's no gym leaders. There's no gyms. There's no towns.
Yeah.
What is the progression mark?
I think the progression of this game, if people really look at it, is we can look at something like a Monster Hunter. You have your main hub town, and then you're going to have regions around it where you're going to go that exploring. You're going to find the Pokemon there, and that's how you're going to build the Pokedex. Very similar to Monster Hunter's, the Beastology thing. I think it's going to be that type of setup. Now, this is risky, because this is not going to appeal to the casual market for the Pokemon games. This is going to be a more core-oriented Pokemon game. So, appeal right there is going to be a little more limited, but this is a good progression for the series. It's showing evolution for the Pokemon series. We finally are getting, as Sean said, this open world Pokemon game. It's the game that we as children envisioned Pokemon to be. And if this is the direction they're moving in, I applaud it. Let them have this secondary mainline franchise where we get this exploration, lore-driven game. Keep the other main line of whatever you want to call the next one, Shoe and Sneaker, and let that be the linear progression one, but give us this option. And if you want to continue Let's Go as the other casual friendly game, by all means do so. they're covering the entire spectrum of gamer interests by doing that.
Having those children-friendly games released for holiday because the parents are going to be gifting it, as opposed to this is going to be more for us adults.
Yep. I'm happy. I'm just happy to see Game Freak actually do what I've been asking them to do for years now and try something new. Because as you were saying, break away from like the normal Pokemon formula that they're used to with these mainline games where it's like, okay, yep, we're gonna go through. You're gonna go gym leaders, all that stuff. This is like wildly different. And at first, I thought it was gonna be the reverse. I thought we were gonna find out that Game Freak is doing the Diamond and Pearl remakes, and then some new studio, Ilka or whatever, is going to try this, and he'd be like, okay, we'll see that. No, this is Game Freak, who's like, oh nope, we're going to try something completely different here. And I'll be honest, they're not great at 3D games.
Does that make you nervous?
They're still trying to a little bit. They're still trying to figure it all out, transitioning from the 3DS and all that to the Switch. But I think they need to do something like this just to really get moving with the Switch and all the stuff that people are expecting from.
This is their third one though. I mean,
Game Freak's the slow learner.
Let's Go, and then you have so for me, I'm looking at the footage, and it's not about necessarily the footage right now because that build is probably old at this point because like they had to plan this for a while. So they have
we just saw proof of concept. That was it.
Yeah, exactly. It was just a proof of concept. There was not much to it outside of that, and that's what gets me excited. I don't like when they show it off next year, and then I can kind of say, like, okay, like they're messing up here. The graphics aren't good, but right now there's just proof of concept. And like I said, I admire that because they could have just faked it. No More Heroes 3 did that. Look at what we saw with No More Heroes 3 recently. Look at the original No More Heroes 3 when they first
I thought my glasses were off when they showed.
Yeah, they just showed some fake, not real gameplay of the game. Cyberpunk, same thing. These developers do the same thing, and people like get all hype. I mean, we got hyped for a title screen. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone's, this is the greatest thing for Metroid Prime. The game's not ready.
Whoa, that was at least a full GIF. I mean, that was like 10 full seconds of motion.
I know, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's like people get, this is great. Everyone had great impressions of a title screen. Oh, but by the way, the game's not. It's scrapped. Now we got to start all over. That's why they're not showing us anything these days. Right? We haven't seen anything because they don't want the same reactions that people got right now with this.
Wait, so what's all this say about Bayonetta 3?
Dude, I'm telling you, they're gonna wait till
a minute.
A lot of things. I'm telling you, they're gonna wait till everything's perfect and then show it. But
it's out tomorrow. Here's the trailer.
Right.
Like Austin said, though, they need to shore up a lot of stuff. It's still nowhere near ready, but they've got plenty of time to do it. And I'm excited for the concept of trying something new.
I think them
smart for them
a chance.
To not work on the remakes at all. It was smart of them to say, what, we need to reshift our priorities to this, and we can easily, outsource this one and just oversee it.
You think
this is the first time that we've heard public that to that of our knowledge as the public, there is no A team, B team at Game Freak Creatures Inc. Everyone is working on this one game, and this game is made by someone else. Because normally it's the A team works on Sun and Moon, and then the B team works on Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and then the A team works on Sword and Shield, and then the B team works on DLC 1 and 2.
Which team worked on Little Town Hero? I just want to make sure.
The ass team. It's they have a small group of people within the B team that think of new ideas, and
the interns.
Joke. Like that. Those are the people.
That's actually what they do.
Yeah.
The B minus.
When Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire came out, they were like, okay, so take the X and Y engine, make it ORAS, and add some other things in there, make some new megas to follow with the theme, and they did. And I loved ORAS. Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
Shout out to Dr. Claw 411 for becoming a member. Thank you, Dr. Claw.
Hey, Claw.
I gotta say, I'm more excited for this than I've been for anything Pokemon related ever, except for Pokemon Stadium. I was more excited for Pokemon Stadium as a kid because that was the first time we were ever seeing him in 3D. This feels like that level of jump. It feels like we're about to do something that's never been done or attempted or seen in Pokemon before. And
that
I'm
price point wasn't hype though. That was
Did you see that? Did you see that tree though? Did you see that tree?
You know what? That tree was about. We'll burn it. We'll burn it.
Some nice trees.
I like that. They had the screenshot with the tree in it. I was like, that's funny. Okay.
Wait, which tree are we talking about?
In Legends, Arceus. They had like a shot of a tree next to the character. They just standing there. I was like, okay.
I analyzed all the trees. Most of the trees look better than Sword and Shield. It's the Sword and Shield engine.
GameCube trees now. GameCube trees.
GameCube. I love GameCube.
It's about
Hey, I'm
GameCube.
fine
It's
with
about
GameCube. See,
level.
now I gotta buy it. Yeah.
But
GameCube's a great system, though.
yeah, the video that we saw had way
Yeah.
too much over sharpening, which causes those white lines on the ends of textures. And for me, that was really jarring and off-putting.
It's gonna be really interesting to see how this works out. And here's the thing that I'm really curious about. If Legends, I thought that would have been their late 2022 game. I thought they would have taken plenty of time to do this. Early 2022 is interesting because if they're all working on that, what would they then release the following holiday? Would that be
DLC?
It's getting
DLC?
delayed.
Yeah, see, I think Click's right. I think it is getting delayed. I think it's going to come out holiday.
They might make another. They might be able to spit out another remake.
Let's go. Let's go. Gold and
We
silver.
might get Let's Go Johto.
I think
there you
it's-
go.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Well, because then they
not
can have
time
the
for another
trio.
remake yet. They need to
They
hold off a little bit longer on another remake.
Maybe they do run Legends throughout the year and they have DLC.
I mean, they
as
could
the
do another
holiday
Let's.
thing.
They could do another Let's Go for the.
Oh
Yeah.
no, Pokemon Puzzle League is coming back. Let's go, baby.
Ooh, yeah.
Finally.
Yes, I'm telling you.
I'd be
Snap
okay
came
with that.
back.
I'd be okay with a Pokemon pinball game. Let's do that again.
Pokemon Pinball's great.
I'd
Yes,
be all right with that.
What, you don't like Pokemon Pinball? Oh,
I do not. I do not.
Pokemon Pinball
I
is
don't.
so good.
My dad was obsessed with pinball, so I hate pinball. It's one of the
oh, sorry,
First
Dad.
Vendetta.
That deaf, dumb, and blind kid. Show up.
Yeah, I heard that song all the time as a kid. I hate that stupid song.
Metroid Prime Pinball and Pokemon Pinball, the unsung heroes.
I milked
Pinball? Pinball. All pinball.
pinball. Yeah.
Pokemon Pinball is the
You know
pinnacle of pinball.
You know what's interesting is do you think there's going to be a special edition Switch then alongside the Diamond and Pearl stuff, or you think there's going to be one along? Wow,
There might be a Switch Lite.
Zelda.
might be a Switch Lite, yeah.
Zelda.
If
It has to be
anything,
Zelda.
Another Pokemon Switch Lite?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
You know how many DSs and 3DSs?
Switch Lite. The
There's
great
there's so many Pokemon.
That's
other
how
handhelds.
Pokemon make so much money.
Click's
I'd rather have a Switch
Click's
Lite
just
than
like, wait, hold on, get
I'ma
that
buy
stuff
all
off
of
the
them
assembly line. We got to get the
and
Zelda
never
stuff
take
up
them
there.
Yeah, I want my freaking Switch Lite, dude. Would you rather have a Switch Lite or would you rather have Joy-Cons?
Oh, that's a good question. You know what? I'd rather have Joy-Cons because I don't need more Switch
I'd
Lights.
rather have
I
a Switch
want-
Lite.
I
because
want
of Joy-Con.
Switch
In
Like,
some
I want
rendition of
colored
red.
Switches. I want
Wait,
more
hold
of
on.
these.
Yeah.
What did Sean say? Say that again, Sean. What'd you say?
I want more.
I would
red
want a Switch Lite because the Joy-Con's gonna break.
Well, guess what your Switch Lite's gonna do?
Light.
It uses
Also
the same
break.
joysticks.
So my
Yeah.
Switch Lite just
That's
broke
true.
anyways. Literally last week my Switch Lite finally broke, so I need a new one. Give me a Zelda one.
Broke
What
doing
happens
what?
when you throw it, Max?
I didn't know the battery. I think I overcharged it and I sapped the battery or something. It wasn't a whole charge anymore.
So I
Dang.
also want to bring this up, Nate.
Did
You
you
met-
did you do a reset for the boot loop?
I'm dumb as fuck. I don't do
I'll
anything
send you
like
instructions in a DM.
that. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Nate, what do you think about the idea of Pokemon Legends being maybe coming out after a Switch revision?
Well, I mean, if it comes out in late 2022, it's pretty much.
Think about
what
that.
it would be,
That could be a nice boost for that kind of game.
potentially
have a nice
has to be
Switch
Joker
revision.
with the idea.
Well, they would be looking to drop that Switch revision near a big game that's coming out, right? I mean,
So what's
you have-
what
Yeah,
essentially
known
you're
as
saying is
Breath of the
that-
Wild 2.
I mean, Breath of the Wild too, but then you also would follow up with something like Pokemon Legends. That's a good 1-2 punch right there for that.
So essentially, what you're saying is that Nate Drake from Reset Era is confirming that Breath of the Wild 2
No,
and
I am
Pokemon
not.
Legends will be launching right alongside of the Nintendo Switch Pro. Go to work, boys! Go to work!
I can't wait to see
If
that
I
on
see
some
a
Chinese
single
video game
YouTube
review
video
websites.
say that,
Oh.
I'm coming to Connecticut and
Nate
kicking
Drake-
you in the head.
Nate Drake was popular this week.
I
You're
still
all
lo-
over the place.
Yeah, I still love that photo we got of just all like the in Chinese news and then Nate Drake dead center.
Hey, went
was
international this week.
International. Nate was everywhere. Although Sean was on like TV or something in some country randomly, so I don't know.
Yeah, Sean was on the news.
I was on the news. That's not some local
YouTube.
news.
The Spawncast going international over here.
Go.
Yeah, Nate, you're everywhere though. All I know is Starfield's coming out this year apparently. We got a
Oh,
Switch
that's good.
revision coming up. Ooh,
All I
it's
said
gonna be a
was
fun year.
Starfield Hope is to come out this year. I didn't say it was definitely coming out this year. The Chinese media is saying I report the screen of the Switch Pro is gonna have like give birth and make everyone
Whoa.
billionaires. I
Whoa,
never
are
said
you-
any of that.
Are you calling China a liar, Nate? What the
No,
hell?
I'm calling the Western media liars who the Chinese then picked up.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
What a fun
Damn
week.
Western media.
It was a fun week.
It was
We have a lot of
chaotic.
fun here.
MVG, what do you think of that? What do you think of that Pokemon Legends game? Any thoughts on this from a person who was playing GoldenEye back then?
I'm gonna pick it up. I think it looks pretty cool.
Okay, you're more interested in this one than the other Pokemon games.
I mean, it's open world, so I definitely want to check it out. Like, I mean, like everyone else, it gave me that Breath of the Wild vibe about it. And look, I wouldn't put too much stock in the graphics and the frame rate right now. I mean, they showed us. I mean, I don't even know what this is. It's not even an alpha build. This is like just a developer build off a developer's machine. This is not anything what we're going to see. So I think I'm pretty excited about it. I'll check it out. I think it's going to be pretty cool.
Nice, I just want to throw this out there. Did you guys see the leaks?
Yeah, they went up ahead of time, and it was actually correct.
The Corviknight riding and the mountain climbing.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yep, and apparently
Pokemon riding.
It's an active. The battling is like it's an active battle system too. It's like isn't it active ATB?
But people are thinking that might be true for boss battles, not for regular battles.
More like but there is climbing.
Yes.
Yes.
Breath of the Wild style, baby.
They really did just feel like
it looks like you are climbing in Breath of the Wild.
You're gonna absolutely get a pterodactyl and like.
Well, hang on. Again, none of this is confirmed, but it is in the exact same art style as the trailer, and this was before the trailer came out. This was 3 hours before the trailer.
They did that panning zoom shot and like look out over like the whole land, just like they did in Breath of the Wild. So they were definitely trying to be like, yeah, this is like Breath of the Wild. Just
they really wanted to let you know. Yeah,
they did. They're like, here's what you wanted, right? So...
This is it. This is that moment you keep tweeting about every year, right?
So I wonder if they'll work. I guess they'll work online into this. Will we have people running all over the place? I don't know. This is
yeah. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. This is Game Freak.
This is Game Freak, I was gonna say.
they're a little behind on the
You think there's gonna be 2 versions of this game?
No, not ours. Not our
I don't think there's gonna be 2. No.
Interesting. That's what that'll be real interesting to see the sales for this, because I think some of the Pokemon sales are generally inflated because there's 2 versions. I wonder how that'll go over then with just one version that, as Nate says, a little more core.
I personally think, man, I think this is gonna blow up, and the reason why is because it has that Breath of the Wild moment, like a lot of you guys spoke about in your videos. Like a lot of people that are outside of the Pokemon pantheos are going to try this one out. Heck, it might not even be like, let's say it's not as good as Breath of the Wild, whatever. I think a lot of people are still going to try it out and give it a shot. So I think it's going to make up for it. I think it's going to sell a lot. I think it's going to sell to the
Breath of the Wild sell
20 million plus for Breath of the Wild.
All right, this is a minimum 10 million seller then.
Breath of the Wild has sold 32.14 million.
No, it's not. Breath of the Wild doesn't sell that much.
21.45 on the Switch, 1.69 nice on the Wii U.
No, I thought you said 34. I thought you said 34.
23.14.
Okay.
Did I say?
My bad. I thought you said 34.
No, my bad.
Okay, yeah. With the Wii U version combined, Nintendo doesn't count the Wii U for anything anymore. I was just counting the what's that?
Like, huh?
Yeah.
I'm counting in 10, 15 million sales easily then on this.
Hang on, just for a quick comparison here. Breath of the Wild on the Switch sold 21 million units. And Link's Awakening on the Switch sold 4.57 million. So significantly less. Pokemon Sword and Shield on the Switch sold 22 million. Let's Go sold 13 million.
Listen, we need a good boycott to get those numbers up.
All right, I'll fall on the dagger. I'll claim it sucks. Say everybody shouldn't buy it, and then I'll buy it myself. It'll be
get that boycott going, and we've got an easy 25 mil.
Does it suck? Yeah.
Does it suck? I don't know.
And watch 8 of my videos to find
do
out.
a YouTube short and make that be the video. Does it suck?
Evan,
I don't know.
And play it.
Let's figure it out.
You let me know. Comment down below. Did it suck?
Yeah, it's just 9 minutes of me sitting there reading comments. Yeah, reading comments, and the last doesn't suck. Oh, this guy likes it.